This is Rising Still. So I usually just grab whatever cheese I have in my drawer. Typically, of course, my main cheese I like to be mozzarella. I'm not promoting any brand, but this is the kind I buy at Walmart. And then another flavor of something that's got some orange cheese in it. And then I usually use the cheapy Parmesan cheese. And we are pepperoni lovers, so we like to keep a big pack on hand because we make pizza all the time. Time? Okay. So I took a minute to just clean up what I didn't need during that 10 minutes. And here is our bread dough. It has raised a little bit. It's nice and squishy. I'm gonna get a knife because I know already about, gross, don't show my dirty knife drawer. Because I know that this is gonna make, I don't need quite a full circle to make a crust for my size. I'm gonna cut just this little guy off and save him for later. Put him on some flour. Okay. Some people like to work with oil on the table versus flour. I like to leave a little less flour in my recipe and then use it as I'm working it. Oil, I don't know, maybe because I grew up learning how to do it with flour. That's how I prefer to do it. Let's get this bowl out of the way. There's a black thing on it. Yes, there is. It's a little spice. And we have a house of pets, so hopefully no hairs appear. All right, this is my one of my favorite kitchen tools. The handles are broken, but that's okay for this cause. It doesn't matter. It's a marble rolling pin, and it's heavy on dough, and so it's really good at shaping. So I just do it in plus sign. So I go one way, then I go the other way, and then just kind of work it out evenly. There's a dog bugging me. Now I'm trying to get it about this same shape. And this will rise quite a bit, so I'm not too worried about it being too thin. Okay, so it's about that shape, so I'm gonna get it off the table here. I should have used a little more flour. Don't be afraid of it, you can always rework it. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it on my baking sheet. It doesn't matter if it's up, face up or down. And I want it to be about this much farther out of my circle, the best I can. So I just like to take my hands and I'm just kind of rolling it and pressing it out. Okay, so I'm close to there. So now I'm going to use this excess and I'm going to make a crust. So to do the crust, maybe I'll go here so you can see. I pinch it over and then kind of seal it with my fingers. That's kind of the first step.
I'm just going to do that all the way around. And if there's extra, I'm just going to take the extra and roll it in there because we're going to kind of work it again. I am not a professional. I don't claim that I am, so this is just the way that I've made it work. So you may never get away with this. So if it's a little thicker place, I just kind of like to work it and
squish it down. I'm going to take that. Now I'm going to take it again and I'm going to roll it again and kind of pull it back and squeeze it down.
And if it's a little inside the paper, that's okay. We're going to work it out. Betty, can you turn that wrappy out, please? And you want to make sure that your hair gets covered in stuff. I have buttons, but I never remember to put them on. Okay, so now to finalize that, I'm just going to kind of take my hand and kind of make a little seal there, press it out towards the crust. I need a little more room. I kind of massage that middle. I don't know the proper thread turns. Okay, and there is our crust. Now, you need to stab it with some holes. Not on the crust part, just on the main part. What that does is the crust will get bubbly and it'll push all your toppings out, so you want to put holes in it to keep your toppings in place. Okay, then you put your sauce on. The other reason I like to use this parchment paper is I can remove it without destroying my pizza. We don't like things super saucy after pizza. Then just use the back of your spoon. I gotta let the dog out. Nope. Nope. Just go to the little edge. Oh, maybe a little more. Okay, I'm gonna get this other little piece. I have these little miniature cooking sheets I love. I'm just going to spray it. And I'm going to take my little baby ball. arrange it like that and give it just a little cave to keep, not a cave, a wall to keep the stuff in. This one's pretty thick. That's okay. Oh, there's that one. This is a midnight snack pizza, the leftover one. Sorry, it's cooking down, but I like. Okay. Now for cheese. Is this one better over here? Yeah. So my other thing is that I'm keeping my stone there to keep it hot. So I like to start with mozzarella as my base. And you can do it on your stone. I just, this way if I get interrupted with kids or dogs that are biting at the door, it doesn't cook my pizza too much before it gets in the oven on the stove. So as soon as it hits that stone, it starts cooking. Okay, I like to pretty much cover the sauce. You can have a little kid decorate their own. My kids are not, I got my own challenge, you don't want to decorate. And I shake some Parmesan. And it's good. This, I don't know, like I said, I'm an eyeball pizza maker. Just leave it outside for a minute, honey. He just keeps trying to get our pizza. What is that? I need a texture. Oh, okay, you go in. You just keep them like this. Just take it working. You might have that pepperoni. Alright. So pepperoni's no shape when you cook them, so the way we like to put them on, it seems like a lot, but you just, you're gonna put them in a circle like this. Oh, maybe we should do time lapse for the pepperoni though.
Then I put a little more Parmesan on mine. This is, or not Parmesan, mozzarella. If you were gonna put like peppers or mushrooms, this is when I would put it on, and then a little bit more cheese on the final topping. I like everything, but my kids are pepperoni kind of. So, okay, these are ready to go in the oven. So I'm gonna show you how I get it on my stone. And pizza takes the whole table. And I used to have a stone handle thing that it went in. Okay, puppy, I got it back in here. No. So I just use my knot pads and grab it. Very hot. Okay, now this gets a little tricky, so you gotta move puppies out of the way. Out. Because it is hot. I just kind of grab a hold of the end here, slide it on. And my table is as old as I am, so if it burns it a little, I'm not too disappointed. But you would want to make sure you didn't burn anything with that hot stone. Okay, then just center it. But be careful when you lift it up because it will slide off of your stone while you're trying to put it in the oven. Have parchment paper for your stone. That is totally fine too. You can just kind of build it on your stone. I should have done one of those too. There's so many options that you can do with this pizza. Really warm here, so I'm just going to stretch it a little and just take and a little bit of flour on your fingers. Just kind of work across. I'm trying to work fast because it does cook fast because the stove is hot. And I just kind of take it, work it out a little further to the edge. Take my fingers, kind of make a little dam. The crust is not as big as the other way, but it's okay. That was still. You could have taken those edges and rolled them out, but my kids don't love a lot of crust. If you found you cut too much off, you could take a little piece, add it on. Right here, I probably could have left a little more on here. Okay, then we start it. And make it right through the other way. You push stop and then I'll just do a time lapse. Do not use wax paper instead of parchment paper. They are not the same thing. The wax paper will pretty much melt into your pizza and then you will have the very opposite problem of pizza. Oh, look at my dog. Snitching in the garbage can. Hey. Oh, they're so close. I'm gonna get them a little darker so that the middles aren't doughy. So I'm gonna go 2 more minutes cooking. I have a funny, no, I don't know if it's funny. It's funny to me, but when I first started making pizza dough, I remember I called Amy Lee, my sister, made really good pizza dough, and I was jealous and said, you know, what's your recipe? So she gave me the recipe and mine was like crap. I'm like, well, how come hers is good and mine isn't? And I have this issue with recipes that once I kind of decide I want to learn to make something, I will make it 1,000 times until I get it. So I think when I was learning, I don't know, it's probably been 15 years. 5 little babies, and I was determined to learn how to make pizza. So I think we had pizza every night for about 3 weeks until I got it figured out. I'm not saying it's going to take you 3 weeks. So hopefully I can share with you the things that I've learned that it really comes down to the flour. How much flour you put in your dough. The flour is the deal breaker. But okay, my 2 minutes are up. Let's check it. Well, I gotta stop and turn it around. Okay, yeah, that looks good. You can kind of see the cheese is brown and it's bubbling. So that tells me, I don't know if you can see the cheese moving up and down. And let's take these out. So just be careful when you take your stone out. No, you can't really see me, I'm trying. That the pizza will fall off of your stone very easily. I don't know if you can look on here, it slides very easily. So you don't want to lose all your hard work, so use your thumbs to hold it on there. I'm gonna set it right there. And then take our baby one out. I'm gonna leave that on for a minute. So I'm gonna show you the other way. And then it's trickier than it looks on TV. What I like to do is get me a cooking board like this, because sometimes I'm ready to throw another pizza in, because if I have more people here, and so I just can dump the pizza off. I grab the paper, pull it off, and then this is ready to put a second one on to cook while we eat this one. But I am gonna show you, I let it sit for just a minute before I cut it. But now I'm going to show you how I do it without parchment paper or without a mixer, because you might be someone who doesn't have either one of those, and that's okay.